What's up, guys? This is just a quick video showing you guys how I set up for my pre-draft. Okay, so first things first, what I do is I set up the draft order. So I don't know what pick that I'm going to get, so I just set up for each one. Ours is a snake type draft, so it goes down and then over and then down and over. So for instance, if you got like the third pick overall, you'd also have 18th, 23rd, 38, 43, and so on. I only set it up to go to 101 because then after that I figure those type of picks are just the here and now picks. You can't really prepare for those. So anyways, and then after that I come to my next piece of paper. I know a lot of these you can do this on the web page that your fantasy football's on, but I like doing it with pen and paper. I've just always done it that way because it just works out better for me, and I like to be more creative with how I do it. So at the bottom of the page, I put what I need. So one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one flex, one kicker, one defense. And then further above, I just start going down on the picks. Like for instance, so I do this for every single one. So as you can see right there, I messed up because I thought we had an eight team league, but instead we had a 10. So then I go second pick, third pick, fourth pick, fifth pick, sixth pick. You get the idea of how it works. So anyways, for my first pick, this is how my team goes down. So for the first pick, I have Adrian Peterson, which that was kind of a toss-up between him and Marshawn Lynch, but I figured that Adrian Peterson would do better this year just because he's always consistent, regardless of the injuries that he gets and all that. I think that he'll still pull through this year and have another good year in him. For my 20th pick, I have Andre Johnson. I was skeptical about this pick, but I decided to go with it because I think that he'll still do good for another year. I know he's getting older as well. This is kind of a older team that I have for my first picks. 21st, Randall Cobb, another wide receiver from Green Bay. I don't know. I think he'll do pretty good too. For my 40th pick, I have DeMarco Murray, so another running back. As you can see, I don't pick my quarterbacks nearly as early as most people do, just because I think that if you have a well-balanced running back and wide receiver team, which is most of what your lineup is, then there's no real need for a very, very good quarterback like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, because I think that your running backs and wide receivers can pull through for points week to week. So anyways, my 41st pick is RG3. Right here I had troubles because there was nobody that I really liked, so RG3 is actually predicted to go the 52nd pick, but I think he'll do better than what most people project him doing this year just because of his injury, and I think he'll pull through and get some pretty good fantasy points for me. For my 60th pick, I got Wes Welker, which I know he moved to Denver this year, but I think his production will be good and if not better than how he was in New England, just because Denver lacks a wide receiver and tight end core, so I think he'll do good. For my 61st pick, I got Jason Witten from Dallas. This is my first tight end. Usually I pick my tight ends a little earlier than this, but when I saw that Jason Witten was clear down here, I decided to go with him for this pick. For my 80th pick, I went with Mike Williams of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he'll do better than what he's projected to do, just because I think Josh Freeman this year will really pull through and actually have a good season rather than the last couple seasons that he's had. For my 81st pick, I have Ben Tate, Houston. This is just kind of like a, how would I put it, like a lottery pick, I guess, just because I think that Arian Foster could get injured this year, re-injure that knee. So I'm just going with Ben Tate with hopes that Arian Foster will at least split the carries with him or get injured, for lack of a better word. And then for my 100th pick, I have Kyle Rudolph of the Minnesota Vikings. I just got him as a tight end just because I don't know if Jason Witten will be completely healthy this year. So that's what I went with for my 100th pick. And my 101st pick, I got the Seattle Seahawks defense, which usually in the draft I don't pick a defense just because I think that you can swap them out week to week. But I think Seattle will have another awesome defense this year, so I'm going with them again. Also, a couple things to not do. I never pick a kicker, ever. I never have picked a kicker in a draft just because they're so inconsistent or consistent. So week to week, I usually just pick up a kicker and then drop him if he's not doing too well, and then pick up a different one. They're just so exchangeable to where you don't really need to worry about it in the draft. So at the end, you can get, like, instead of a kicker, you could just get a running back or a wide receiver just as a backup. I sometimes draft 2 running backs back to back or wide receivers just because I think that wide receivers are really underrated, and when you have 2 wide receivers for each for each roster, you should really go for a wide receiver because you also need to fill up your flex as well. So yeah, this was just a quick video. Wasn't really planned, but I just wanted to show you guys what I do for my pre-draft. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.